Welcome to the Paint, Rest, Repeat podcast with Ros and
Laura Day, where we chat about our creative lives as artists while keeping it real and a little bit messy.
We're here to inspire creatives just like you to push past those boundaries and make art that you love. Let's dive in. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode, that was that good, Laura, episode 85 of Paint, Rest, Repeat. We are actually bringing to you our very first Mindset Mini episode, of 6. You excited?
Woohoo! Let's jump in. It's a mini.
Oh, it's a mini. Oh, gotta get it moving. Okay, so these are bite-sized episodes all about helping you to overcome common mindset struggles for artists. And these have been voted by our beautiful listeners. So hopefully you got a chance to vote, and we are integrating your biggest challenges here today as well. So what's our first one? What's today all about?
This one is about cultivating self-trust. And so this was a biggie, like for both of us. It was one of the highest voted challenges and things that people are experiencing. And it's no wonder, like we're artists, we're sensitive, that self-belief, and that confidence and just really backing yourself. It can be a little bit shaky. So let's dig into what it's all about.
All right, let's do it. So today for our structure as well, so we're going to talk about our topic. We're going to give you a few reasons for why as well. It's useful to look at this topic. And then we have some actionable sort of tips and tricks for you right at the end as well. So what is self-trust? What are we even talking about here, Laura, do you think?
So it's belief in yourself, your own creative abilities, your abilities as a business owner, your trust within your intuition and your gut instincts and like where you're going to take things, and also your resilience as a person and business owner. So it's really that confidence just to rely on yourself as a person, rely on yourself as a business owner to like handle challenges and different things that you face when you're growing your art business.
Yeah, I love that. It's definitely around, for me, it just puts, it screams out resilience really, like, can you do this? Like if you make a mistake, do you have it in you to recover from that? So for me, I see it primarily as resilience. But like, I think one question relating to this, which was in our sort of research polls prior to coming up with these topics, was, do I have what it takes as well? Do I as an individual have what it takes to make it in art business? So I think it's, all connected there as well. So why is this worth looking at, Laura? Why is it worth paying any attention to your level of self-trust and sort of improving that self-trust?
Well, as a business owner, like you're constantly going to have to make decisions. Like you're the CEO of this art business. You get to decide like where you take it, where it goes. So if you don't trust yourself, if you don't back yourself, then you might not be able to like make decisions when things are hard. And you really want to be making like quite solid, confident decisions. Like you want to, steer the ship and really have that solid strength in like where you're going.
Yeah, one thing as you're saying that came up for me as well was this idea of sort of staying in your own lane. I know it sometimes has negative connotations. I don't mean it in a telling someone else, saying stay in your own lane. I mean more that confidence to stay in your own lane because that's your choice. So you're not being influenced by other people's artworks. You're not being influenced by how other people do art business, and you have that confidence to do it the way you want to do it, build your art business your way. And I think that comes from self-trust, knowing that, it's okay. I'm going to build my art business in this certain way. I'm going to make this certain art, and I've got this. I don't need to worry about everyone else and what they're doing. So I think that's another little benefit to working on this.
Definitely that authenticity piece, like really like, being solid in your vision for your business, your values as well. Like, so what the business is about and like steering it in that way. And just being your true self, because that's what's going to resonate. Like if you're creating the work that like is authentic to you and you are in your own lane and doing your thing, then that's what's going to resonate. That energy will resonate, definitely.
However, it sounds easy, right, for us to stand here and say, so we need self-trust, people, and you need, and by having more self-trust, it's going to give you A, B, and C. Like it sounds great, but how can people actually do that? So we've come up with a couple of sort of pointers as well, to help you all to actually build this self-trust. Is there anything else you wanted to drop in before we move on to the pointers?
Well, I just want to say that's like 75% of my audience was struggling with this. So like this is like a big thing, like, you know, and any artist at any stage that is like sort of pushing themselves like past their limits or like, you know, really growing and expanding their business and holding a higher vision for their life, they're going to experience this. So yeah, I'd say for tips, start small. So obviously you've got this big dream, this big goal, like these amazing achievements that you want to have, but like starting small and taking those small actionable steps is going to help you to like build that confidence along the way.
For sure. I don't know if you can hear my husband sort of making noises in the background, but
I can't hear
yeah, for
it.
sure. Because I think, you know, the whole, do I have what it takes? I think a lot of artists jump into this big vision and the big dream. It's like, do I have what it takes to be that person? The truth is that person is 5 years, 10 years in the future, right? So you've got a lot of time to work out how to be that person. But what you just need is enough self-trust to do the things that you need to do now to lay the, you know, the pathway for where you want to be. So yeah, break it down. Like let's just realize that actually, you know, we just need a series of many little steps in that direction. So it's not actually as giant as some of us make it to be, I think.
Yeah. And so what would you say for how people can cultivate more self-trust?
My tip on this one is to build some evidence essentially around how you have achieved in the past and how you have done difficult things and how you have been resilient in certain circumstances. So you're basically building this proof for yourself that you actually can do hard things. It's that whole you got this, as cliche as it is, but building that evidence for yourself. Because if you actually sit down, I'm sure that all of our listeners could write at least one page of, you know, bullet points of times where they have kept it together, you know, like in a stressful moment, or put up their hand for something a little bit new and done a great job, or put up their hand for something new, done a bad job, but survived, you know. So like getting that evidence, I think, is really, really helpful as well as a strategy to build your confidence, I guess, in your self-trust, funnily enough.
Yeah, that's such a good one. And then on that note of like doing something badly, I would say a tip from me was reframing your failures or your mistakes because you're going to learn something along the way, aren't you? So, you know, you're on this path, you're building that evidence, and then, you know, you might like take a wrong turn, but that's okay because you're going to learn and grow from that as well. So if you can reframe what those things that are perceived mistakes in your art career or life or business as a way just to learn and grow, that is going to really help you.
Yeah, 100%. It's so true. And I mean, failure doesn't exist when you're committed to your big dream. It doesn't
Mm.
actually exist. It's just a little hurdle. It's like a little blip, or it's a little opportunity to learn and do better next time, whatever it is, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
love that.
Hmm.
Now, what did you think about like a closing thought for everyone, like a key takeaway?
Well, yeah, I think you were talking about it before, like building that evidence. So self-trust is really like constant practice, isn't it? So like if we're taking these little steps forward, it's something that builds over time. And you know, you're so slowly growing and evolving as a creative person, and in your career, you're going to have all these little moments that you're learning and growing. So, you know, just believing yourself more and more, it's putting yourself out there, trying something new, having more experiences. And yeah, it's consistent practice, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And it's about that action, right? Because I think the confidence actually follows the action taking. Yeah. So we've got to be doing the things to grow that confidence rather than hanging back and saying, I'm going to do that when I have the confidence. It actually goes, it's completely the other way around. So yeah, hopefully this episode's been gold for everyone. What do you think?
Yeah, that was such a good takeaway at the end. That's
Strong.
gold,
Finish
Ros.
strong.
And yeah, let's just remind everyone, you already have everything in you you've got everything that you need to succeed. Like, don't need shiny objects, don't need new art supplies. Like, you've got all that strength and resilience within you. We know that you can handle it. Yeah, just trusting it in yourself is the key. So just keep going, taking those small actions, and yeah, do the thing, do the action, then the confidence will come.
All right. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode on mindset.
Woohoo!
Yay. Hey, if you did enjoy this episode, actually, can you please share on socials? We would absolutely love that. So pop this link for your Spotify, Apple Podcast, whatever it is, over on your socials in your stories. Let everyone else know if you enjoyed this episode, because that helps us to reach even more beautiful creatives just like you. See you soon.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.